We are either children of Adam and therefore worldly, or we are children of God and therefore spiritual. In today's gospel, Luke presents us with three movements in the spiritual life. First, the Christian must overcome fear. In the case of this scripture passage, in that panic and fright that they thought they were seeing a ghost. Our first fear is the fear of commitment. Do we believe in Jesus to the point we must give our lives to him? What are we afraid of? Do we fear that this whole story, the Gospels, might not be true? Are we afraid of the cost of discipleship? Next to the word love, Jesus uses the phrase, "Do not be afraid," more often than all his other words. So today the risen Jesus asks, "Why are you troubled? Touch me and see. It is really me. I am right here with you. Receive my Easter peace." The second movement in the spiritual journey is to move from fear to joy. Someone has said, if you want to show other people that you believe in the risen Christ, then you had better look redeemed. Once the disciples realized that it is Jesus before them, they moved from doubt to fear and faith, from despair to hope. Now they are incredulous with joy and totally amazed. Jesus reassures them that it is not only by touching him, but by feeding him. They were still incredulous for sheer joy and wonder, so he said to them, "Have you anything to eat?" This brings us to the third movement on our spiritual journey. After fear moves to joy, Jesus sends them forth into the world as his witnesses. We are now to be witness to the risen Christ, to announce the resurrection, forgiveness, and peace to all the nations. When we come forth from here, we are now Christ bearers. We meet to bring that Christ we have received into the world. Reflect on how you are moving from fear to joy, how Jesus is sending you into the world as a witness of the resurrection, how you are witnessing to the resurrection of the Lord. How do you do that? We can be imitators of Christ and his mercy and compassion. We can get to know and share the scriptures as he did with the disciples on the road to Emmaus. We can serve the community and the church as he showed his servant role by washing the feet of his disciples at the Last Supper. We can proclaim that we are not a people of death, but a people of resurrection. Not people of war, but a people of peace. Not people of violence, but a people of nonviolence. Not slaves to sin, but forgiven, called to forgive one another and to love one another and to love our enemies. The point is not to change people. How often I would like to change people, especially those people who came to Easter and who don't come until maybe Christmas. So many of them are in my family that I mourn for them. Jesus said, "I have come to call sinners." I have come to call, and not all these people are sinners, although we are all sinners. It's the fact that they are not living a spiritual life. The point is not to change people, as I say. That's God's job. Our job is to be witnesses, for he who was dead is alive and in our midst.